starting a little bit early, but I needed to move away. I can't keep standing in front of the computer. Oh, okay. Oh, right. Put this blanket on. Signal to my dog where I need him to lie. Make sure everything switches over all right on my end. Yeah, looks like it did. Need to keep an eye on my camera here. I moved it slightly, had some feedback. But hopefully this is a little bit better. Alright, how's everyone doing? Just get right into it, because I should be starting with some story here, I think. The continent of T.H.E is blessed by the goddess. To the northwest lies the land of Crimea, home of the Grail mercenaries. Oh, we're getting our, Oh, is this a recap? Like, is this just a set recap, or is it, is this part of the chapter? Without warning, Crimea's eastern neighbor, the Kingdom of Dane, launches an attack on Crimea's capital city of Malor. Ike leads a handful of mercenaries to Malor to confirm Soren's news of the attack. Yes, a wild Mitnack has been spotted. You don't know how much Pokemon I've been playing lately. En route, they happened upon a young woman, unconscious but unharmed. Fearing for her safety, they take her to their stronghold. Oh, that's nice artwork. When she awakens, the woman gives her name as Alicia and lays claim to the title of Princess of Crimea. She relates the sad tale of her flight from Crimea and of her parents' murder at the hands of Ashnar, King of Dane. The Grail mercenaries answer Princess Alicia's plea for help and agree to escort her to the Kingdom of Galia. Located to the southwest of Crimea, Galia is the home of the Laguz, a race quite unlike Ike and his fellow Bane. Crimea and Galia have long struggled to overcome their differences. In recent years, the two kingdoms have done much to ease prejudices between the Laguz and the Bayward factions. Their combined efforts have forged a bond of trust and friendship that may yet overcome years of intolerance. Ike and company escape the Dane army, abandoning their longtime base. From there, they begin the long march toward Galia. Their task clear, their destination far, they slip into an ocean of trees. Sorry for you guys probably hear the freight train in the background. That's my washing machine. I thought it would be done by now, but I decided to hit the worst part of the spin cycle at the very, very, very start of the screen. It should be done soon, though. This is towards the end, so hopefully that doesn't last too much longer. Hopefully. Blazes! Why does it have to be so bland human? If we weren't being chased, I'd strip off this armor here and now. Please don't. And I'm almost glad we are being pursued. I suppose you'll have a grin to grin and bear it, won't you? I suppose I will. Right, so enough of your griping. You're merely wasting energy. Still, this heat is appalling. Dense forests such as these are not made for us delicate humans. The subhumans love them, though. These subhumans, are they really so different from us? What do you mean to tell me you've never seen a beast man before? No, never. Well, I have. They're a hairy bunch, and I'll tell you. And ugly as sin, too. Their faces are all fangs and whiskers. Their claws are like daggers, razor sharp and deadly. Man, I feel like I'm speaking some racism and some slurs here. You know, I don't think we're on the same page. And even they can speak our language. Even though they can speak our language, they're beasts through and through. Savages, every one. Are there more than one type? The ones Shinon calls subhuman can be divided into 3 groups, each one named for its physical characteristics. First, the beast tribe, next the bird tribe, and finally the dragon tribe. They're traditionally called Lagoos. The Lagoos tribe residing here in Gallia is the Beast tribe, who possesses those feline qualities of which Shimon spoke. To the south of the island, where the Birdmen live, the dragons are Goldolba. It's something every mercenary should know. Looks like you know even less than I give you credit for, Ike, my boy. Perhaps a little further and we'll be out of the trees. Really, that means Gallia proper. Compared to this force, even a kingdom of half-breeds will seem like a heaven. And that's when we lost them. I assigned the squad to pursue them in return so that I can give you a report. Understood. You may step down. So, Princess Alencia is making her way to the forest of Gallia. Anna! It appears your advice was sound. Well done, you've earned my praise. Thank you. When the king assigned me a tactician, I wondered what I had done to lose his trust. When I saw it was a young girl, I burned with anger at the king's judgment. Still, it worked out better than I had expected. Keep up the good work. Of course. Now then, it's time for the hunt to begin. Roland, is that you? Hold it right there. We're coming up to the edge of the forest. Form up, combat positions. I don't suppose our Dane pursuers are willing to let us slip away. There's no doubt that they will attack again. Without knowing their number, it is difficult to advise a course of action. Take your best guess, Sword. With the limited information we have, what is the best way to proceed? Some of our group cannot fight. If we are caught, we'll have a difficult time defending them and attacking the Danes. I propose we separate into two groups. A small fighting force to engage the enemy and buy the main groups in time. And the rest of us who will escort the princess to Gallia at full speed. You want us to divide our combat strength? The main force aside, don't you think the risk of a smaller group is too high? I believe it's the only way to achieve our goal and keep casualties to a minimum. It's possible there's an ambush waiting for us at the edge of the forest. If we proceed with no plan, then we may be caught between the pursuit and the ambush, which would be the end of us all. Looks like we've no choice but to give it a go. Alright, let's split up. The divisionary team will be Gatre, Shinon, and me. The rest of you guard Princess Alencia and proceed to Gallia straight away. Got it? Are you sure about taking it? Are you sure you're taking enough men? Idiot, pup. Smaller numbers are need better mobility. Your time would be better spent worrying about yourself than us. Listen up. This will probably prove to be the biggest fight this company's faced. Remember, you've only one life. I don't want any of you dying on me. In times like these, it matters not what our blood ties are. We are family. If you don't want to cause your family any grief, then live. Ike will be commanding the main force. Titania, you're his support. All right, let's move out. See you in Gallia. Oh, Grail, you're not gonna live past the next couple chapters. You might not live past this chapter. I don't think you're making it to Gallia. So they're waiting for us after all. There are more than I'd imagined there would be. I would have thought they would be spread out across the forest border. I didn't expect to see so many in one place. Do we rethink our strategy? No, we've already split up. It's too late to reconsider now. Isn't there some way we can at least get the princess, Miss Rolf, to the far shore safely? There are two bridges. This thicket extends to the edge of the westernmost bridge. If we can use trees as cover, we might be able to reach the bridge undetected. From there, we can launch a surprise attack. We'll be creating a diversion, right? Correct. While we keep the enemy's attention, the princess and the others can cross the bridge safely. There's no time for discussion. That's the plan we go with. My lord Ike, I will fight with you. No, you won't. My lord, I cannot let you expose yourself to any kind of danger. Everyone here is risking his life to ensure your safety. If you understand that, you'll cooperate and do as I ask. I see. I will do my part. It's settled then. Right, let's break through their lines. Miss Rolf, take care of the princess. Do not let yourselves be seen. Right, be careful, everyone. Leave it to us, Ike. We'll just pretend it's a game of hide and seek, and I never lose at hide and seek. Everyone ready? Let's go. Okay, so I have these guys. Alright, what is this map looking like? I'm gonna zoom out a bit. So already immediately above. I'm glad I don't have the Pegasus Knight here. Javelin. So I really do need to keep the squishies away from this side. But do I... There's so many more here. Are there any mages on this? Yes. Immediately found one. But I want... There are armor knights, so I think Soren and Titania need to take separate sides regardless. Because Titania is going to be kind of necessary for this armor knight. I could give her the hammer, probably. I think I got a hammer, right? Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. Items. Do I have a hammer between my group? Yes, I do. I want to give Titania the hammer. Let's pull back on the steel knights. I don't think I need... I can give the steel knights to someone else who can use it. Okay. Do I get all my units here? Yes, I do. Okay, so this is a capture map, right? What are the conditions? I assume it's capture. Escape, yeah. Or it's escape, so basically get Ike out this front side here. If it's an escape map, I would not be surprised to see people come out in the back here. Which would be bad, but... This side is definitely the more dangerous of the two sides. There's just a few more units on this side, so I think this is the side I'm going to send to Tanya. Because that's 4, 5, 6 to the boss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, well, 7 down here, but then 6, 9 over here, so... Yeah, I think Titania's going this side. Soren, Ike, and let's send Oscar down on this side, and I'll have Reese take up the back with them. Titania will run away if it gets too bad over here. Yeah, that should... Let's reposition Titania here. Guys, this is how I get Titania killed. But honestly, Titania's strong enough to where if anyone's going to be... I don't want to split 3 of them, because I need to be able to hold down and protect the squishies at any given time. But only Titania can really fight on her own. The area I'm concerned is I don't think I've given Titania any... I guess no one's really using a sword down here until you get to Mercenary. One sword's not bad for Titania, all things considered. Oh no, she's hot. If evil, why hot? Yeah. So, I'm gonna basically have Titania sweep this bottom area here because she's the only one that can fight through that many units, and have everyone else slow their way down here, and we'll see if we can get any guys to escape. Okay, guys, this is how I get someone killed, by the way. No, I don't need a tutorial on escape. Okay. Let's immediately go and take you out. Can I get 2 hits with, I can use a steel or iron axe. I'm going to use the iron axe because I'd rather save that steel axe. Just make sure that archer's just not a factor. Alright, and what is your guys' range? Not far. You know, lie down, pup? Or are you just gonna keep sitting on my... Or are you just gonna keep standing on my lap like that? Oh, I'm moving slowly through these trees. No, I don't need an equipping weapons tutorial. Okay, you are inevitably going to go after Titania because you cannot reach anyone else right now. So, actually, if I want to, I can use Titania down here with the hand axe. This will... Yeah, this will kill this guy, and then the javelin guy up there will try to attack me with the hand axe. I hope this isn't putting too much EXP into Tanya with this plan, but... What am I giving up here? An axe designed for, again, mounted horseback. Oh, that's actually pretty nice. I'm largely able to maintain with the... Yeah, let's get rid of the iron axe. It's starting to run low. Yeah, I'll get rid of the iron axe. It's starting to run low, and I can use the steel axe for that with Titania. She seems capable of it. Okay, everyone else. Are you with the sword? Yeah, you're with the sword. Ike's going to take a little bit of a ding. But he was better equipped to fight this than, what's his name? Boyd, was it? Cool, we're largely safe now. I can pull you here. And now everyone can get out of this forest and be relatively fine. Oh! Man, I missed that. I whiffed that one. Okay. Let's just have Ike finish him off here. Can I get him? Yeah, I'll get 2 shots and better accuracy on this sword. Cool. Now the squishies can get out of the woods. I probably should have dropped him. Okay. Yeah, dude, you're fucked. Okay. Oscar, let's have you come around here and knock him out. You don't quite get him. Let's have Ike squish him up then. I got a level out of that anyways. Oh. I said no resets, no matter how shitty the level up that was. Farming the shop currency, that's neat. Oh, I got a resistance level up on a non-magic unit. That's nice. I'll start drawing some damage with him. I do need to drop you, though. And Maris, you can get out of the woods. I actually probably want to go for this mage if I can reach them, even though it's right in the middle of the enemy line. Do either of you have a javelin? No, you don't have a heal, so I want to either kill you or kill no, not really work. Well, I guess... yeah, I'm going to be in range for Javelin no matter what I do if I go out for that mage. So, how much can you hit me for? 0. Classic Titania. I see what you mean by Titania being actually kind of busted. Yeah, that happens. You're probably dead. Like, you might have a chance, because you are sword against an axe, but... no. Okay. Oh, I'm actually not doing very good damage at all against you. Okay. Well, I think Ike's Regal Sword should... well... 8 versus 0. And do I have anything on you that's actually going to hurt him? I could do 2. So this is like a little mini boss here. Okay, I actually have to consider this a bit. Regardless, getting some cheap shots in on him is probably a good idea. But I can at least wall regardless. Okay. You definitely need some healing. Can I get wrist to him? Not quite. Boyd doesn't have a hammer or anything like that, so let's shove you. Still not quite. I was hoping. Okay, then Ike's getting the heal. Regal Sword will do 8, but I run the risk of another... so I run the risk of... I'm going to be brought down to 15 HP with that. You have an attack of 11 against my defense on Ike of 9, so 2 damage on Ike. I should will outspeed you, though, but you might get a little bit of a boost. 2 damage on Ike. And I think I'll be fine. These guys aren't very strong down here. But can I get a kill using the skill lance view? 2 plus 8, 10. Not quite. Not quite. Unironically, best option here is probably going to be to... let's kill this healer. Can I draw any of you guys? Because you should, in theory, already be drawing them in. But for some reason, they don't want to go after you. Okay. I kind of hope I get some ability to buy stuff soon. Because I am actually going to be hurting for, hurting for weapon durability, I think. Actually, no, I'm going to move up a little, actually. That Regal Sword's really the only chance I have at doing real damage against you, but I could... I'm still not going to kill with the Regal Sword, it's just 12. Good crit chance, though. But I'm not going to rely on that. Or 8 twice. Let's stall this a little bit. I want to bait these guys with Titania, but I don't think they're going to bite. Oh, you actually hurt her. Let's see here. Out of the trees. Ike moment. What was the Ike moment? I'm lost. Okay, so chapter 8. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Man, I'm always happy for a strength level. Oh, you mean the skill, the only one skill level up, I assume. Now that I think about it. Oh, you're gonna kill him. Oh, you got a crit. I think that's what that was. A bad level is an Ike moment? Okay. Alright, I don't really want to give Titania all those kills, so I'm just going to end here. I know the boss movement is kind of a lie, so hopefully he doesn't go after Boyd. Alright, what are my options looking like here? So I could go after the boss already, and he's going to get 12 on me with the steel, so he's fast. Ooh. Okay, I was going to ask if I could soften these guys up, but no, I'm just going to kill them. Okay, does the boss, thrown at a distance? Okay. What's his attack power? 17. Defense on Boyd is 6, so 9 per hit. Speed on Boyd is 7. Speed on the boss is 12, so 5 difference. I think that is actually a double. So if I can assume... Boyd will survive a boss's attack. I think what this comes down to is I need to kill this guy south here, or this guy out here, with Titania, just to keep this guy... just to keep things under control. But if I kill this guy with Titania, I think I can risk Void taking a poleaxe. I think you have better defense than Void, right? Yeah, way better defense, so you can actually risk taking an attack. Does Void need to... Yeah, because the boss, if he attacks Oscar, he's going to double him if I don't use the Iron Lance. Ooh. That is a gamble, actually. Fuck it, we're gonna gamble. No! Oh! Okay, Void's not gonna die, I don't think. How does this limit the... The boss is good range. Let's see if I can't... attempt an attack with Ike. Yeah, I can't rescue Void. I don't know what these guys are gonna do. Yeah, that's what I thought would happen. Oh, this is bad. Oh, Boyd might die here. I think... Yeah, Boyd doesn't... Okay. If Boyd had missed, that would have been a death. That would have actually been a death if Boyd had missed another 70. He got a good level up out of that, though. Alright, Boyd fucking retreat. Glad to have that. You're pretty much not going to be able to do anything against the boss because he has a double. I have to assume Ike is just not a good matchup here. Yeah, 9 at a time. He's too fast, that's the problem. I really do have to soften him up with Titania. There's no real softening him up, though. I kill or I don't. Like, that's gonna kill. I still want to get good EXP spread, though. Let's just smack him with a hammer. This will give good range for me to chit damage him. And I kind of want to pin him down, because I don't know if anyone else can... Because an Ike has the potential for 3 to 4 damage. Yeah, 3 to 4 damage. I can get you in with the potential for 8 damage and no chance at killing enemy phase. And I'll bring Soren closer. I'm not going to get a kill on this guy this round, but he can't kill anyone as far as I can see. So, like, if I put this here, he can hurt me, and I'm going to hurt him back, but he can't kill. Because I don't even think he has crit chances. That said, I'd like to not be doubled this next round, so... Yeah, that's fine. You can heal a little. I will not allow you to take one more step. Okay. Good job tanking an attack. You hit him for all that he healed last time. Wonderful. So 5 versus another 4. So I can get him to 9. Can I keep him alive with another smack on the head with the hammer? No. How about the hand axe? That'll kill. Pole axe. Nope. Soren, you might get the kill this time, because I might be able to reliably kill him with you. 6. So yeah, if I can get, if I chip him down between you with, if I just do steel axe, I'll give 8. 8 plus the 4 or 5. 8 plus 4, 12, and then can Soren get in and hit for that solid 15? Yeah. Yeah. And then let's heal Boyd again just to get some more staff rating up. Okay, then the deciding factors here are you, because you don't actually have good to hit, and you will tank a full enemy phase if needed. Okay, we're good. Can Soren kill regardless of Ike? Not quite. So Ike does have to chip. At least 1 damage. Who has the best damage? Which weapon has the best damage chance? I could chip him with the iron sword. That'd be fun. Yeah. Iron sword is, I think, my... Well, no, regal sword's technically best, but I don't want to waste the regal sword. Yeah, we'll chip him with the iron sword. Alright, Soren, you have to hit. If I accidentally click wait and you do not hit, Ike is dead and we lose this map. And I owe Seki $5. Look, in war, sometimes you have to gamble. Oh, my life ends here. But though you flee to Kalia, you will fall today. Magic, magic, magic. No! That is a shit level up. Soren, obtaining items he does not need. Tale as old as time. Okay. I'm gonna start retreating people. Let's start with this. Well, first off, I'm gonna wait for you, actually. I'm gonna move Ike over here so he can get some healing easily. Soren doesn't really need heal. Isn't gonna. Well, I guess anyone can be healed but Boyd. Boyd, you're the first to go. Yeah, I'm not gonna stress the healing too much. I'm just gonna heal Ike. Level grinding. Am I wasting the staff a little bit? Yeah, but I don't really need it that badly. If I've got... I think I have enough for the next few chapters. Alright, next time we'll... I don't know how, but we made it. Brother! My Lord Ike! Miss Princess Rolf, are you all well? Yeah, we're fine. Is this Galia? We made it, didn't we? We're safe now, right? I thought it would feel different, but I don't. This is all due to your efforts. Thank you, Princess Alicia. It's still too early to rest easy. The others haven't rejoined us yet. We're talking about the commander. I don't think there's anything to worry about. Father, Shinon, Gatrier. Princess Alicia, I'm afraid we're going to have to part ways here. But what do you mean? We're going back to aid our companions, so I want you to continue with Mist to the royal palace of Galia. What? No, I'm going to stay with you. Listen to me, Mist. We must do it this way so that everyone gets out of here alive. Father and I will catch up to you right away. Don't worry, have Father or I ever broken a promise to you? Well, no. Alright then, we'll go ahead. Thank you, Mist. We'll see you soon. Alright, Titania, please take care of my brother, promise? You have my word on it. Oscar, boy, don't get killed out there, alright? Rolf. Knock it off, both of you. You're like a couple of old women. We're going to be fine. Nothing bad's going to happen when I'm around. You almost died last chapter. Pardon, my Lord Rice? Yes? Take this with you, please. This is a men's staff, isn't it? Are you sure this is alright? Every one of you is putting yourself in harm's way on my account. I only hope the staff can mitigate your risks even slightly. Hey, that's helpful. Thank you very much. This will help greatly. I will use it to aid others in your name. Thank you. Please be careful. If you'll excuse me. Oh, benevolent Ashera, please grant them all your blessings. Alright, we're going to go now. Good luck, watch your step, and be careful. We'll see all you again, I'm sure of it. I know you will all be safe. Let's get moving. Where to, Soren? We go east of the road we used before. Let's find the commander before the enemy reinforcements show up. I am going to run to the restroom real quickly. I will be right back. Told you I wasn't long. It did sound like I said Princess Rolf. Alright. Okay, make sure I come back properly on stream here and that everything looks good. Looks good on my end. Okay. They're not here either. Ike, pursuing them any further may be dangerous. I think it would be best if we return to Galia for now. It's possible the commander may have followed another road to Galia. It's something we should consider. You're right, getting killed looking for them would waste everything they accomplished by breaking away. I guess all we can do is trust that they're well and withdraw. Ike, there's a fort over there. Just now, for only a moment, I thought I saw someone. Shall we investigate? What, really? Yes, let's go take a look. seems as though this place has been abandoned for a long time. There's no one here. I could have sworn I saw a silhouette, but I guess it's a trick of the light. Let's take a look around here. If we don't find anything, we'll head back to Gallia. Very well. Hey, there they are. Here they are. I found the Crimean mercenaries. Surround them. Oh, wow. Curses, Dane troops. Yes, yes. Flee into the fort and corner yourselves. What a wonderful, brilliant strategy you had there. Okay, so I see chests here. Few different things that can go down if there's chests. Option 1, there's a recruitable thief this chapter. Not seeing it. Option 2, somewhere in this inventory, chest keys. Oh, and they're multi-use. So I need to make sure I grab those as someone who doesn't have a currently filled up inventory, though. Meaning, let's move some of our bonus items to some of our squishies, I think. Because, like, as much as I don't really feel like I want to use the Speedwing or the Seraph quite yet, having them on Ike just means that he's likely to be stuck with them later. Titania, I actually want her to give Ike the elixir. And I want Titania to trade to... Yeah, because Reese is literally not killing anyone. He can hold stuff. Alright, and then 2 vulneraries is fine. Okay, view map here. You're immediately gonna be attacked on this side, but you have a lance. I'm actually fine with where Boyd's at now. Because these guys aren't gonna immediately make it down to Boyd. And Boyd at least should be trying to fight that guy. That said, Boyd is... Some of these characters are lagging behind in levels, I'm sure. 8, 5, 6. That 8's going to be a little rough on Boyd, I think. Defense of 7. Attack of 13. So 6 damage. No doubling. 9 versus your 5. So what is my full attack on Boyd? 20. So 15 times 1 at a time. Yeah, I'll be just fine with Boyd fighting you. But I should have my cavalry, if I want to sweep around that direction, I should have my cavalry kind of move up here. And I'll send someone into each of these rooms, I think. That's how good. Reposition. Reese, you're going to be in the middle here. I wish I could have you guys do a little bit of extra. Okay, we're going to save. Move Reese as soon as that map starts. Good to know. Yeah, no, Reese is not staying here. Believe me, Reese is not staying there. I'll probably have Reese settle somewhere back here. Here's probably a good spot to settle Reese. Same with Soren. Off Soren, settle in a safer corner. Okay. Alright, I'm actually... I don't want these guys coming down towards Boyd. Okay, so I'm actually not going to move Boyd up this direction at all. Instead, I want you two to basically come up the front here and shield our way up here. Reese, you need to get out of the way. Soren, you as well. I'm gonna have Ike. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna have Ike draw this axe fighter. Uh-oh, Dane soldier's here too. Now where's that exit? What's that sound? Someone fighting? Oh look, a recruit. This is not a bad setup, actually. I like this. Okay. Oh, sweet. Your name wouldn't happen to be Ike, would it? It is, but who are you? I'm Mia. I'm a mercenary hired by Crimea to bolster the army's numbers. An army mercenary, huh? So, what are you doing here? I got careless and was captured. They were about to send me to prison camp when Grail saved me. You've seen my father. Where? Just a bit north of here. Not too far away, though. Really? So he's safe? Tell me, who exactly are you guys? We're the Grail mercenaries. As you can see, we're fighting against Dane. Huh? So you're taking on a whole Dane battalion with these numbers? Nice, that settles it then. Settles what? This battle, I'm coming in on your side. You don't mind, do you? It's fine with me. I don't know if you'll get paid just because I let you fight. We'll worry about the details later. Great, so now that that's taken care of, what's next, boss man? Sweet. What's her... I'll let her fuck around here. 10 or 8. Yeah, we're gonna do the 10. Yeah, you literally can't hurt. Oh, is this our Myrmidon? This is our Myrmidon, isn't it? Yep. That's exactly what this is. Can I get her some EXP separate from Ike's? Or get her some kill EXP? I can get her some kill EXP. Just don't crit Ike. Okay, next up, I can kill with you, but I want you dead quickly so you don't go fucking with my sword people. Can I kill you with Titania? Yeah. Alright. I can potentially send Soren there, but I think that puts Soren at risk of this guy. Oh, fuck! Fuck! I goofed! I goofed! And Boyd missed! Peak strategy, people. Right here, Master Tactician. At least that was a good Ike level up. Damn. Ha ha, found you at last. You provide more entertainment than I thought you would. Who are you? Me, I'm General Petrin. In this arrival march your doom. Lament your fortune, dear children. For all hope is lost. You will not leave this place alive. Petrin, of the 4 riders? Do you know her, Soren? She may be one of 4 generals who are Dane's most trusted confidants. She is said to wield a flame lance of terrible arcane might. Ha ha! You've heard of me. Why, I'm flattered. I'll try to make this easy on all of you. Give me the princess and do it now. If I roast this girl along with you curs, I won't be able to present her head to his majesty. Sorry to tell you this princess isn't here. She's been in Gallia for quite some time now. What nonsense is that? Do you expect me to believe you? There's no way mercenary scum like you can get past my troops. They said that blind arrogance sows the field of its own destruction. Something tells me they are talking about you. Who? Yes! Fuck him up. Oh, we're just moving on this map. Father! What are you doing back there, you dumb pup? We got the princess safely to Gallia. When you didn't rejoin us, we decided to look for you. The mission wouldn't be complete until you returned. What am I to do with you? Still, you did well. Good work, Ike. Ha! Ignoring me proves you've got more guts than common sense. So you're the commander, eh? I was waiting for some great hero. You're just sellswords. Am I? Ha! You know it. I think I'll keep you. His Majesty, well, let's say he enjoys strong men. Yes, I do think he'll make a grand souvenir. You don't have to come along quietly, but I must have you alive. Dead men have no value after all. So the rumors of Mad King Ashnard's twisted games are true, are they? Shinon, what are these twisted games the boss talks about? There's rumor that King Dane gathers strong men from around the continent and sets them to fight one another. Those who live, regardless of their birth, are given influential positions. Don't know if it's true, though. Oh, well, that weird dame's got her eyes on boss now, does she? Shinon, Gottfried, I'll distract the woman. You two grab Ike and the others and get out of here now. Got it. But Commander, we can't leave you here on your own. Idiot, that woman's no threat to the Commander. Alright, come on, let's go. Move it, we'll regroup to Gallia. You'll not escape me. Not you or your little friends. You're far too tasty a treat to pass up. You said your name was Petrine, is that right? Listen up, this place is nowhere near big enough. There's not enough room for a true contest between the two of us. I'm going elsewhere, you coming? Do you actually think I'm going to fall for such a simple ruse? You and I, we've got more power than the average person. We don't come across a chance like this too often. I'd like to flex my muscle without any distractions getting in the way, you. You really do know how to sweet-talk a girl, don't you? Alright, I'm coming. Over here. Alright, men. I'm leaving you in charge here. Don't even let one of these Crimean vermin escape. Understood? I want them exterminated by the time I return. How are we setting up this map? We join up with Shinon and we get out of here. Come on, don't fall far behind. Okay, time to speed up. Alright, so I already fucked up that one. You guys are going to really fuck Boyd up if I'm not careful. Yeah, that's actually really bad for me. Oh, that's nice. But also, fuck, I made a mistake. I forgot. She has a full inventory. These are all pretty damn good weapons, too. Fuck. Okay. Hand axe? It's almost broken anyways. I hate to get rid of it, but it's almost done. What I will do is... Okay, I need to get to that, there's a thief coming. I need to get to that other chest sooner rather than later, so we're just gonna send you in here, and you're probably gonna be bombarded with armor knights, so. But that will draw them to you. This mage can kill Boyd if I'm not careful. Like 99% certain. Yeah, because you have 0 resistance, and that mage is probably going to hit pretty rough. For 9, technically you'll live, but still, I'd rather get you out of there. That won't work. Fuck. You need to get back. Okay, I think I'm going to have to let Boyd take a magic hit. I don't think there's any good way around that right now. Best case scenario, I manage a 4% crit here. Fuck. Because Boyd missed that first attack. If Boyd didn't miss his attack, that would have been fine. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, let's minimize any chance of being doubled and try to hit higher rate. Oh, Boyd might die. Oh, come on! This is just about the only way I managed to get out of this. Okay, Mia. I guess we're going down this direction because I don't think... I've already moved so many people down that way. We're just going to have to force our way back the other direction. Okay. In some ways, I'd rather this, but I also don't want to get stuck with $5. Zyka has better resistance than Void. Oh, I forgot about Shinon up here. That's fine. I remember the next round.
Hi.
Hey, Seki. I made a very dumb mistake earlier, let me say.
Nice.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. How you?
I'm alright. I'm alright.
That doesn't sound so alright.
Look, it was a very dumb mistake.
Does it have something to do with the message that says check Mia's skill?
No, no.
Oh.
I didn't actually check her skill, but no, it was I accidentally clicked end turn without finishing all of my actions, and it led to a lot of damage that I didn't need to take being taken.
What do you mean, Knick-Knack almost owed me money? Knick-Knack, why do you owe me money?
Guys, you were not supposed to tell Seki. So I agreed that. So if I have to reset the game for any reason at all, like any reason at all, if say my main character dies and it makes me redo a map, or if I just cannot bring myself to lose a character, I'm donating $5 to the channel. Which obviously, you know what happens with that $5, and I'm basically burning it at a lighter that goes to you.
Yeah, that's fair. So now I just need to figure out how to remote hack your, I don't know what you're playing on. Remote hack your something.
Thankfully, the Switch 2 is the hardest console to hack right now. It has multiple layers, and people think it'll take about 10 years for a proper working emulator to come out for it.
Oh, disgusting. I hate that. Not for hacking purposes, but mostly because I don't think it should take 10 years for an emulator to be created.
They still don't have good working emulators for PS3 or Xbox 360, much less PS4 or PS5.
This is bullshit. I don't expect there to be working emulators for PS4, PS5, because technically, those are the current console.
The Switch 2 is the current console.
Yeah, but fuck Nintendo.
This seems like a double standard.
Nah, Nick Nack's gonna be really focused now, Dakota Doyle. He's not gonna get fucked.
I put myself in a horrendous position, let me say.
Yeah, if he dies, it's because he fucked up earlier, not because he's gonna fuck up again.
Is there any other thieves, or am I... Okay, first things first, where was that Armor Slayer? Someone Armor... Did he really kill that Armor Slayer? Good job. Alright, but I am fleeing you deeper in.
That looks like chaos and hell. I just finished adding another 100 works to the spreadsheet.
Nice.
I'm plugging away at it.
I'm not...
Doyle says only one thief on this map.
Okay, good to know, so I can send to Tanya over to deal with him.
Ugh. Goodness. You know, I was thinking about what was making my computer run kind of like a potato, Nick-Nack.
Yeah?
And then I remembered I still have that fucking Opera tab from updates. That's just sitting on my fucking RAM.
You know you can close that, right? We finished all those tabs to my memory. Oh, that
No, we didn't.
sucked.
We
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
make
we
that.
need to do CEs for those characters still.
Yeah.
Oh, she has Vantage.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I believe that was probably related to the check skills comments that you ignored.
Yes, 100%.
Uh-huh. Well, you know, Dakota Doyle, I tried. I passed on the comments. It's not
And
my
it worked.
fault that...
I checked it.
It's Oh, Octopath Traveler's on sale again.
Yeah, I think I saw that, actually.
Yeah, 60% off. That's not bad. Square Enix publisher sale. That's why. Makes sense. Oh, the combined bundle's actually quite affordable.
Okay, I'm willing
Go
to
ahead
do
and add
that,
that to
but
my
I need to get some
cart.
healing in on Ike.
I don't know
It's
if there's
not
anything else in the Square
really
Enix publisher
happening,
sale I
so-
want. I suppose there's the Final Fantasy stuff, but... I don't know if I should buy Final Fantasy at this point. I think I need to wait till I have time.
I mean, Final Fantasy
You know?
they're all big JRPGs that are going to take you a good chunk of time to actually finish.
Well, no, I mean the 7 remastered.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I need to wait till I just have some time, you know? I don't know, Tacos. I didn't edit K-Pop Demon Hunters, actually. Nick Nack was kind enough to do that for me while I'm trying to catch up on other videos.
What's up with K-Pop Demon Hunters?
Apparently we lost a few minutes of audio? I don't know. I didn't... Yeah, let me expand upon that, Tacos, either in the Discord or here, and I can check it, but...
So I definitely did make a cut here or there for it, but I don't know specifically what specifically be getting lost here.
Yeah. Final Fantasy XIV.
Oh, crit.
XIV. Let me check. I'm in the Final Fantasy sale
Oh,
right now.
12?
So.
Oh no,
Yeah,
that's 14. 14's on sale. 14's the MMO.
Do you know what it's called?
It should be under Final Fantasy 14: A Realm Reborn.
Okay. You know, one of the things I hate about these fucking sales is they can't just list everything nicely. Everything's gotta be a fucking... I don't know. I can't... Wait. Okay, XIV. XIV is not on sale, but the DLCs are 50% off.
I think it's because the base game of Final Fantasy 14's free. I think it's just that it's a subscription, and putting it on sale is a subscription at a reduced price for a one purchase.
Yeah, so the game itself isn't on sale, but the DLCs are 50% off. The Square Enix sale has all of the Final Fantasies between 35 and 60% off right now, so if you want a Final Fantasy and you want a decent sale, now's a good time, because it looks like it's all of them. Including the old pixel remasters and shit. So.
I, at this point, own most of them on Switch. Outside of 7. I don't own the 7 Remake Dual, or 2 out of 3 parts.
The entirety of Dragon Quest is also on sale.
Nice. I have not gone into Dragon Quest nearly as much as Final Fantasy.
Kingdom Hearts is all like 50% off. The Nier Automata series is 60% off. Bravely Default is 20 and 60% off. Octopath Traveler is a chunk off.
It's dawning on me how much of Square Enix's JRPG franchise I own. I own most of those franchises almost in their entirety, outside of Dragon Quest.
Okay, let me go listen to that. Oh, I wonder if I know what happened, if there's just a chunk missing from the audio. Yeah. You know what? I bet I know what happened.
What happened?
I think when you made a cut and muted something, you forgot to unmute after a cut, because there is like an 8-minute segment that has no audio.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, that might need to be a re-upload, unfortunately.
I'll take a look at the base file.
Oh, no, it's not 8 minutes. It's 14 minutes. Tacos put timestamps though, so. Oh, you could also just like maybe re-upload that segment and like link it or something.
Where's it at?
42 minutes in.
There's still a decent chunk of video afterwards, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll just re-upload it.
Yeah.
Seki, can you remind me to do that later? Because I'm going to forget that after the stream, most likely.
I will attempt to. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna.
Seki, you might just, if you don't mind, can you private the video?
Yeah, I can do that. Need to refresh my feed so it's not showing up as scheduled. Okay. Alright, it's privated.
Fuck! Oh, and I want that too. No, my inventory is too full on one character, and all I have are items that are actually useful to keep around.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is a mistake. Okay.
I'm sorry. Taco's just all in caps.
The
Are you
poleaxe is
telling
not
me it
that
took them 200 years to think of making a charismatic demon infiltration group? That's so valid. No, I can see your extremely long comment, Tacos. I'm currently reading it. Yeah, I agree with the commentary about the issue with how they portray the K-pop industry. I don't know if we definitely discussed that in the recording. Maybe it was in the muted segment, or maybe you wrote the comment before we saw it, but yeah.
That was definitely one of the things you were talking about, how it didn't really properly portray the industry.
Yeah, it's a pretty, you know, paint the town white version of the K-pop industry. Oh, Waifu Wars might have been in the segment that got muted. I don't even know if we did Waifu Wars in that. No, we did. We did. Yeah. Hey, Tacos, hey. Fairy Tail is a valid choice. You don't gotta shit on Fairy Tail to praise Dragon Ball.
I don't know if I'm thinking about what the last arc was for Fairy Tail and the last thing we watched for Dragon Ball. I can say which one I thought was more consistent.
Rude. Dakota Doyle said, Knick-Knack, didn't you say you wanted to try Final Fantasy XIV?
Yes,
So
at some point I would, but I wouldn't really want to try it on my own.
No, you want to try it when you can get a group of us together to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is fair. I want to play Final Fantasy games, and yet I fear that I expect more out of Final Fantasy games than the majority of them can give me. Knick-Knack knows exactly what I mean.
I actually don't know what you mean. I'd have to, like, really... you want to explain it a little bit?
Just, like, think of when you took me through the old Final Fantasy games.
Yeah, those are old. Those literally came out, like, in some of the foundational years of gaming. Of course they would meet your expectations for the franchise.
Well, I know. That's what I mean. Like, I look at Final Fantasy and, like... I don't know, we discussed this before, remember? Because I was like, yeah, but the first Final Fantasy thing I consumed was the movie Advent Children. Final Fantasy VII does not look like the movie Advent Children.
Yeah, but Remake does.
Remake does, which is why I'm tempted to get Remake, but I kind of wanted to wait until all of them were out.
That's fair. That's kind of what I'm waiting for, too, on that one.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that, like, once the trilogy comes out, they'll package them together, you know?
They probably won't package them together as one SKU, but what you'll probably get is the what's it called? The first two games have a bundle. Is what they did.
Yeah.
My characters need healing, and that'll move them up.
Where's the DX? Have they not released it yet? Sorry, now I'm just checking up on like some of my games that I was kind of waiting for.
That's fair.
Yeah. Huh.
Does this thief actually have anything I should have pursued him over? No.
Oh god, what?
No.
Why are there things in my cart? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, that would explain it. You know what? Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Kai would not have been a shorter experience, and also I would not have shown them Kai on the channel. We would have gone through Dragon Ball and then Dragon Ball Z, not Kai. I mean, like, I was introduced to Dragon Ball through Kai, but original DBZ all the way. And I think if you combine Dragon Ball and Z Kai together, it is longer than Fairy Tail. I'm gonna fact check that. I think if you combine them together, it's longer.
I mean, shonen are just long, so.
Yeah, but you know, that's kind of like Naruto's 220 and then Shippuden is 500, so it's like 720 total. Okay, original DBZ is 150. Original Dragon Ball is 153, and then Z was 291. So yeah, no, it's well over, almost that's like 100 episodes longer than Fairy Tail. Because Fairy Tail's 328 episodes. And I was able to skip, and as we watched Fairy Tail, I skipped some, like, genuinely just regular filler shit. I don't know if there's much I'd skip in Dragon Ball, to be honest. Yeah. Mostly because even stuff that ended up being filler in the anime to the manga, ended up being built upon in Z anyways, so... Oh yeah, OG DBZ would kill Vorn, but I think most long shonen would kill Vorn. Yeah, we already started updates recording. We started what we could before the 14th, and then I think we're finishing it this week, right, Knick Knack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hope there's no ambush reinforcements.
No. something country bumpkin Goku. Oh,
how do you do?
and I mean that's not, you know, that's also not including like all the other Dragon Ball series. There's so many of them now. There's so many.
That's a good level up for him. What are my damage totals here? I can go with the Iron Sword, or this Iron Sword's gonna, or Regal Sword's gonna give me 16, Iron Sword's gonna give me 12, Steel Sword's gonna give me 9. Iron Sword's probably the best one to go in here, most likely. But maybe I'll do Regal if I want to get a kill on it. Oscar is getting 11 or 8, but I'm also taking 22 if I go for the 11, so... Say I go for the 16 with the Regal Sword, go 24 like that. Mia can get in for a kill too. If I go with the Iron Sword, I'm getting 12, but it's a kill on enemy phase if I don't kill with this. So with that in mind, I want to kill Mia. She needs the EXP most, being brand new. 24... Okay, I know what I'm going to do.
Yeah,
So.
no, Tacos. Dragon Ball Z was 153, or Dragon Ball was 153, and DBZ original was 291. So all totaled up, it adds up to about 444 episodes. So you outpace Fairy Tail by 120 episodes, basically. I mean, that's almost up with Naruto Shippuden, practically. I feel like a live reaction of like people being like, "Oh, you missed this." The thing about Fate is we can't possibly catch everything year to year, right, Knick Knack?
For what? For what?
For like updates and stuff. Like we can't possibly catch every single thing that everyone wants us to see, because there's just some stuff that we don't like consider, you know.
Sounds like you're making excuses, Seki.
Knick Knack, you're the one who compiled the original list. You're the one that's going to be on the chopping block, not me. I'm being nice. I mean, if you did like Dragon Ball 153, Kai was 98. So, I mean, that would be about 80 episodes shorter than Fairy Tail, but I just don't think Kai is as good as OG. Recording for updates is going good. It's tiring, but it's good, you know? It's tiring in that it's not something that we could do in one sitting easily, because at a certain point you get, I don't know if this is true for Nick Nack, but like at least for me, at a certain point I start getting numb to being shown so many new things. So I can only like genuinely react for so long before I start just being like, oh, that's cool. Because of just sheer information influx. So. Also, fuck off, I like GT. I watched GT before it was made non-canon.
Alright, I'm moving on with the story a little bit here, Seki, so...
I
have to find my father. Where'd he go? Are we about to kill off the father? He's gonna die eventually. Titania, is my father. Don't worry, Commander Grill's the better fighter. He'll be fine. Dog's breath. Who are you, man? You look like a common sellsword, but you fight like a demon. What's wrong? Ready to surrender? And admit defeat. Me? Don't be absurd. Hey, here they are. Over here. Blast enemy reinforcements. Father, let's get out of here. There are too many. Looks like I've got no choice. This seems like a problem. So now the tide has turned, hasn't it? All troops attack. Kill them. Kill them all. Looks like our luck's run out. Father, you have to survive this, Ike. I'm not going to lose you. Not in this place. Are you ready? Yes, Commander. You've nowhere to run. Curse whatever god you hold, for they have abandoned you. What was that? Beasts! Galilean beast soldiers! Run! We're going to be torn to shreds. Stand your ground, all of you. Don't panic. I will personally slaughter the first man to turn his back to the enemy. No! Pfft, worthless cowards, one and all. Beasts! Attention Dane soldiers, leave this place at once. If you do not comply immediately, you will face Galia's full strength. Threaten me all you like. It's not going to frighten me off. If I leave, His Majesty will have me executed. I'd rather die here in battle with my honor intact. Withdraw, General Petrie. The Black Knight. As for your king, you have nothing to fear. I'll explain, Winston. Take your men and go. All troops fall back. He's staring at you, isn't he, Father? Yes, he is. Hey, are you planning on taking us all on by yourself? Father. Father, brother! Missed. Master Grail, my lord, I'm pleased you are well. Princess Alencia, why did you return here? The princess came and requested Galilean aid for your mercenary company. That is what brings us here. Are you one of Galia's subhumans? Damn, Ike! Dropping the slur already. What the fuck? Subhuman? Ha! What arrogance it takes to coin such a name. You think yourselves the only ones worthy of the name human, and so we Lagoos must be beneath you? And thus you call us subhuman? We are less than human to you, is that it? I'm sorry, I don't know any other name for you. If I've offended you, I apologize. What should I call you, Lagoos? Would that be more appropriate? You show manners. How odd, I like that. Now, you are who, exactly? My name is Ike. Ike of the Grail Mercenaries. I'm Ranulph, a warrior of Gallia. We did not know what to think when this group of Beorc came tramping through the Galilean fields. Imagine our surprise when we learned that one of them is Princess Alencia. Now that was a shock. 2 days ago, Dane proclaimed their conquest. We thought Crimea's royals had all been killed. Conquest? They laid claim to Crimea, so that means Crimea must be. I also heard this news from my Lord Ranulph. After I fled the capital, my Lord Uncle Renan, I am all alone. Princess Alencia. This is why our king ordered extra patrols along the nation's borders. It wasn't a mere chance that brought my warriors here to offer you support. I see. First of all, I must present Princess Alencia to the king. As for the rest of your men, Ike, I must get orders from my superiors. Until then, you may rest at an old castle in Gallia. Sorry, but I cannot bring a large group of foreigners to the palace without warning. I understand, Commander. That's not going to be a problem, is it? Commander? What was that? What's wrong? You're not paying attention. It's not like you. I was thinking about something, so what's been decided? Princess Alencia is going onto the palace with Ranulph. We're going to Gallia and setting up camp at an old castle. Which way to this castle, Ranulph? I shall prepare a guide to take you. One of you, quickly. No, don't go to the trouble. If it's nearby, we'll cross the river on the border and head west. It's Gabal Castle, correct? You go ahead. Get the princess to King Canaan's as fast as you can. Understood. What thoughtful guests you are, if you'll excuse me. Oh, and if it's not overly presumptuous, I'll have food delivered to you later. We'd appreciate it. The road has been hard, and we have little time to pack more than salted meat and hard biscuits. Then we shall provide. Princess Alencia, shall we leave? Farewell, everyone. Until then, I will see you later, won't I? Take care. Grail speaking in ponderful grunts, apparently. Father? Ike, what are you doing still awake? I couldn't sleep, so I was lying there, staring outside, and I saw you leave the castle. Where are you going at this hour? It's nothing to do with you, boy. Go back inside and get to sleep. Will you stop treating me like a child? I'll do as I please, got it? You always were a stubborn pup. What say we take a walk and chat for a bit? Yeah. Tell me, Ike, are you getting used to the ins and outs of the mercenary life? The way we approach combat? I'm definitely a better fighter, but I don't understand. Why would you put a recruit like me in charge? What is it with the complaining? You have a problem with authority? Just give me a straight answer. I've only just started. I'm barely able to handle my own duties here. I shouldn't be in charge of anyone. You can learn it all at once. It'll fall into place as soon as you start to get some experience. It's just strange is all. A while ago, you never would have said or done anything like this. Is something wrong, Father? Why are you in such a rush? Ike, do you remember anything at all about your mother? What? Where did that come from? Just answer the question. Let's see. She was kind, I think. I don't remember. And you've never said much about her either. Is that so? Father, what is it? We're done. Leave me and go back to the castle. What? Just like that? You heard me. It's a direct order. Return to the castle immediately. Fine. It was a short walk. Uh-oh, animated cutscene.
Where are you?
I think they're about to kill... Yep, they're about to kill Grill, I think. Grill, next time you go off to fight a Fire Emblem Father's death, you probably should... Why didn't you just tell Ike anything?
Stay back!
I'm sure the story will tell us why, or that or Grill will be Father of the Year.
Here's this blade. What are you doing? I've been waiting for this for a long time. I would prefer it if you use your proper weapon so that I might see you at your full strength. General Gawain, Rider of Dale. That was my name. Once. But I threw it away. The only weapon I need is right here.
That is...
Want to die? Your voice. I remember you. Think you can defeat me? The man who taught you how to fight? What a fool. Come on, boy. Come try me.
That is not the voice I'd have expected out of the Black Knight.
Is that all there is? No challenge. No resistance. Father! Don't leave. Don't leave me! Father!
Wow, that was voice acting of all time. Unbelievable. Is this truly what has become of my teacher? Father! Father! Ike. Hold on. Now then, will you give me what I came for? I don't have it. I threw it away. Huh. You, who knows better than any what it truly is, threw it away. Surely you can craft a more plausible lie. You're not even trying anymore. I'm done talking to you. So there's no way for me to get my answers, is that it? The dead keep their secrets, or so it is said. But you, however, you are not dead yet. I wonder, will watching your son's face grow pale, his eyes grow dim as his life bleeds away. Oh, the horrors I will visit upon her. What will that loosen your tongue, perhaps? I suppose we will simply have to see. What? No, Ike! Ike! I won't check my hand again. Give me what I'm after. If you offer no more resistance, I will leave your child alive. So stop! You will not touch my son! What is this? The king of beasts? How bothersome. Do I retreat? Eh. You're not going anywhere. Tell me, is the son as stupid as the father? Ugh. Father! Ike, stop. There's no way you can win. But, Ike, you will not continue? Then I will finish. So close. Now is not the time for me to deal with him. You get to keep your head today, boy. Ah yes, the Fire Emblem villain teleport, my favorite thing. Blast. So willful, so arrogant. Of course, the one who made him that way was me. Father, hold on. I can't do anything here. I've got to get you back to the castle. Ike. Father, you're awake. There's something I need to tell you. Tell me later. Right now I'm getting you back to the castle. Forget about revenge. Leave that night alone. Stay away. What, Father? Stay with the King of Galea. Live here. Live in peace. Father, stop talking. You're wasting your strength. Please. I need you to take care of everything. The company. Mist. But you mustn't say such a thing. It'll be light soon. You'll be fine. A little longer. Stay a little longer. What's wrong? I done already? Come on, son. You'll never beat me with that attitude. Think you're as stubborn as your mule-headed father? Ike, grow up big and strong. I believe you've got the makings of a great warrior. Father, this isn't a dream, is it? This is all real. Mist, the sun's going down, and it's getting cold. Come on, let's go. Mist. Oh, Ike. Mist. Why? Why? I was at his side, but I couldn't save him. I'm sorry. It's so unreal. Dad's gone. He's gone, Ike. And I don't know what to do. Don't worry, I'm here. But, brother, I'll lead the company. In Father's stead, I'll protect you all. You, the princess, everyone. I'll protect you, you'll see. No. Brother, no. Mist. I won't allow it. I can't lose you. Don't you see, if you go, then I'll be all alone. I won't allow it. I'm not going anywhere. I promise you, Mist. Commander Grail, why is this happening? Why is any of this happening? Why now? First Crimea and now you? Oh, Ike, where's Mist? She's resting in her room. Rice and Rolf are with her. That's good. She needs sleep. She's been through too much. We all have. You should rest too, Ike. I'll be alright. Grief won't bring my father back to life. I know I've been a burden on both of you, Titania, Soren. I just need to thank you both for staying here with me. Not at all. There's no need. Don't trouble yourself. So where is everyone? Ike, to tell the truth, yes? Boyd and I are back. How'd it go? I can't believe it. They just left and they didn't take one look back. Heartless scum, I'll never forgive them. Boyd, what's going on? Ike, are you alright? I'm fine. Tell me what's happening. Start talking. It's... What I mean to say is, Shinon and Gatre have left us. Soren! What? There's nothing to hide, is there? They left, both of them? Why did they... Oh, I see. They left because of me, didn't they? Ike. Titania told us you were going to be the new commander. Shinon just about exploded. He and Gatre left not long ago. We went after them. We tried to talk things out, but it was a waste of time. We all knew that Ike was going to inherit command of the company, didn't we? It just happened sooner than we thought. It was Grail's decision. If some of us aren't satisfied with that, there's no reason we should stop them from leaving. As far as losing fighting strength is concerned, we can solve that by adding new members. How can you say that? After all the battles we've been through together, how can you say that? Forgive me, Ike. I wasn't able to stop any of this. It's not your fault, Titania. They did what they felt they had to do. They didn't lose their lives to an inexperienced commander. Ike, don't talk about yourself like that. I'm not saying that to gain anyone's pity, it's the truth. But even so, I have no intention of giving up command of this company. Ike, then what will you? I'm going to follow my father's wishes. I'm going to assume command. If everyone will accept me, that's what I'd like to do. Of course. I'd already made up my mind. That's what I was going to do all along. What, so now you want me to start calling you boss, is that it? Well, I can do that. Boss it is. I'm in too. Rice. Mist's asleep. I know I missed most of the conversation, but I have a good idea of what you've been discussing. Commander Ike. Yes, it does have a nice ring to it. What about you, Soren? Ike, I'm not sure what help I could be to you. What place is there for me in a mercenary company anyways? You're so weird. I've always depended on you, haven't I? I need your tactical knowledge. I need your objectivity. You're not going to leave me, are you, Soren? Don't worry, I'll be here watching over you. Thank you. Now, I'm not as experienced as most of you. I'm not going to make some mistake. I'm going to make some mistakes, but I'll try not to let you down. Well, you're going to have a lot to learn about being commander. I'm glad you're serious, because it's a lot of work. Tell me everything. First, you'll need to understand company expenditures. Then we'll talk about ensuring that everyone is properly outfitted. And we can't forget the need to gather good intelligence. Oh, and you'll want to know everyone's abilities and relationships. Earlier I spoke with a merchant caravan that's taking refuge here in the castle. They fled Crimea at the same time we did. I told them who we are, and they asked if they could travel with us. I think they're worried about protection from Dane. In exchange, they offered us a good rate on items and weapons. They'll also buy and forge weapons for us. They also said we could use their wagon to store our goods. That's one more worry off our minds. So anyway, Titania. Yes? I know I said tell me everything, but this is too much. I can't keep up. Maybe I should learn everything in one sitting. Can you show me the ropes along the way? Is that alright? Oh, yes, of course. Sorry, I got a bit carried away. I'll take over for now. Why don't you get some rest? I'm alright. You worry too much. Get some rest. That's an order. I'll do my best to manage. Yes, Commander. Hey, it's the barracks. Now, guys, I will say that cutscene lasted long enough that T.H.E has abandoned us. Let me take a look. She did send me some messages. When did she send me that? Oh, I didn't even see that. I'll have to talk to her about that later. I forgot about that. But yeah, T.H.E.'s gone. I could see it from my computer. She left. And I'm sure as soon as I click end here, it'll take me to another story section. So probably not actually that bad that she popped out. I got my bonus EXP, though. That's nice to know. I can feed things into characters who are falling behind. Like, Titania's the lowest. No, I'm kidding. Honestly, I probably want to feed EXP into Boyd. Or Soren needs EXP the most, I think. And Reese probably could use it too, because he gets so slow to EXP grow. But I want to go to Outfit. I need to see what we have and what we don't. Because guess what? Some of my shit was with the people that just abandoned us. Yeah, I just lost all those items from that one chest, and I'm not going to get them back until late game. God fucking damn it. Ah! That's annoying. Oh, no, there they are. Okay, no, they let me keep the stuff. I was worried for a second. I was worried for a bit there. Miracle. Oh, that's nice. I don't know when I got that. Okay, first off, let's clean some of this shit up. So, Convoy. Give. Armor Slayer. Fire. Soren. We're gonna Convoy. Give. Short Spear. Reese Mendes fine. Iron X is fine. That's fine. Ike with the elixir's fine. I'm fine with the... Reese, you can give the stat boosts. I kind of want to hold that for a bit. I'm the worst about saving stat boosting items, by the way. Yes, I figured they were single use. Zara Herrera had to pop out? I see, I see. I didn't get the warp staff. I did not get the warp staff this time. As funny as that is, I love the warp staff meme. I watched too much Bismix back when he was consistently putting videos up. Okay, Ike is largely fine. I don't need this like an iron sword, so I'm gonna keep the fresher iron sword on him. Okay, anyone have anything redundant? No, okay. Now let's see what I can give, like, Rice here. He's the only one that can do anything with that ward. Is ward even worth keeping around? Like, how good is ward? I'll keep it for now. That'll probably keep Boyd alive in a pinch. People are getting pretty low on their weapon things, though. Titania needs weapon refill. Soren shouldn't, actually, because I just got fire. Rice is fine. Boyd is mostly fine. You're mostly fine. What I would like to do is get to Tanya another hand axe. I don't know if I'll be able to get that from the shop. Oh, my brother is playing Pokemon Fire Red. Fun. Well, hello. You must be the young commander I've heard so much about. My, and you are a young one, aren't you? I take it you must be the merchant caravan Titania told me about? The one that asked to travel with us? Yep, that's us. It must have been fate that brought us all here together. If you will offer us protection, we'll supply you with the provisions you require at a reasonable price, of course. What do you say? It's the greater good for us all. Wouldn't you agree? Well, that sounds like a proposition. Yes, and then we have an agreement. I'm the weapon merchant, Mustin. I'll be sure to stock the weapons you prefer. And I'm Aimi, a vendor of various goods. I have a wide variety of items for sale. I hope you'll stop by soon. The name's George. I buy things, anything really. You got any weapons or items you don't need? Bring them to me. My name's Daniel. I'm a craftsman. I specialize in made-to-order items. There's one last item to cover. If you'd like, we can also act as a storage warehouse of sorts, carrying your extra things. What do you think? That'd be fantastic. We recently left our stronghold, and I was afraid we'd have to carry our goods ourselves. I'm happy to take you up on your offer. Very good. Well then, may our enterprise be profitable for us all. Yes, I hear someone. Is it coming from over here? Ah. Why, Grail? Why you? Why did you have to? Why? What's going on, Rolf? Oh, Ike, if you're wondering about Mist, she fell asleep. Really? Sorry, I didn't mean to disturb you, Rolf. It's all right. I don't mind. It's getting late. You should get yourself to bed. I will, but, what is it? Mist is just fine. You're here, Ike, so she's fine. I mean, she's going to be just fine. Huh? That's all. Well, good night. Rolf, thank you. Hey, working already, Ike. If you need any help, just let me know. Boyd, how do you feel about this? About what? About me being the new commander. Before you hated the idea, right? So I want to know the truth. Will you take orders from me? Well, I know what you can and can't, what you can do and what you can't. I don't know if I want you in charge of things. It gets really dangerous. But on the other hand, this is what Commander Grail wanted. He had faith in you, and I've got faith in him. The commander hired both Oscar and me. When our dad died, I was the one who had to care for baby Rolf. I had no clue what I was supposed to do. Oscar received a discharge from his military service and came home, but life was hard. That's when Commander Grail found us. He gave us jobs, a place to sleep, food in our plates. He gave our lives back. Boyd, y'all worked off any debt you may have owed him. You don't have any obligation to me. This isn't about obligations anymore. This isn't about obligations anymore. Commander Grail has said we were all part of one big family, didn't he? I'll do anything to protect my family. That's why you can always count on me. I see. Anyway, that's all I want to say. But don't you ever try to hold us at arm's length. You got that? Don't worry about that. I'm going to work you to the bone. Oh, really? I'll take whatever you can dish out. Try me. Rice. Ike. What were you doing? I was praying. For my father? Yes. You see, the commander, he... Rice. I'm sorry. I know this must be so much harder on you. Forgive me. A long time ago, my father told me a story. It was about the dead. He said the more tears we shed, the more blessings they receive in the hereafter. I envy you, Rice. For some reason, I can't seem to cry at all. Rice, if you could shed a tear for me too, I'd be grateful. I would be honored. Thanks, Rice. Thanks for caring so much about my father. Now, I'm gonna save real quickly, but I'm not going to click on supports, because to my knowledge, the supports are limited in this game like they are in the GBA games. So, like, I could support Ike and Oscar, but then that uses up one of Ike's support slots, and he only gets, 5. So I need to be a little picky and choosy about who I'm supporting with. And I can only max out one of them if I want to max out anyone. Oh, interesting that Mia only supports with Reese. That's actually fun. The fact that not everyone supports with Ike. Yep. Ah, there's the shop. Okay. I'm finding my swords on Ike. Titania, can I get a hand axe in the shop? I don't know if they sell it. They do. How much funds do I have? 375? I could get a hand axe on it. Okay, actually, I want to sell. Do I have anything worth selling? Yeah, I can sell, like, Ike's old damage sword. Where is it at? This one's in the convoy. Gets you 120. Actually, I didn't buy it, did I? Okay, does anyone else need anything at all? He can go up to 6 in terms of weight. Oh no, he is 6 in weight. Yeah, I guess I should be careful about weight. I don't actually know how weight works very well in these games. Is it worth going all the way up to Thunder on Soren? That's a question I have to ask myself. I do kind of want to get ranged weapons on anyone that can take it, though. Like, I want to get Javelin on you, and on Boyd I want to get a hand axe as well. Also, not gonna lie, Well, here's the thing. Okay, so Boyd, let's convoy. I want to convoy his used iron axe because he's gonna have the non-used iron axe just fine. I'll probably sell that later. That opens Boyd up to buy a hand axe. Okay, and do I want a javelin on Oscar? Yeah, I'll give Oscar a javelin. Largely what I'm doing here is honestly just making up for stuff I had to chuck. That does leave me with fewer item slots on Oscar, so let's convoy up his spare iron lance, because those will be good for if I need them. I do have this short spear, though. Light construction. Okay, so it's a light axe, or it's a light spear. Better damage than the javelin, but higher weight. I'll hold off on it for now, because that's also C. I don't think he actually can hit up to C. No, he has up to C. He could if he wanted to, but I'll hold off on that for now. It's such low. Ah, it's a penalty of speed. Okay, so that's how it works. Well, the strength is higher than the... I'll hold off on that, though. I honestly, I'm going to hold off on that. Alright, we're going to save here. So I'm actually going to call it a little bit early today. I thought about trying to push through the Chapter 8 map, but the more I'm sitting here, I'm like, yeah, no, I think I want to, I think 2 maps is enough for today. Real quickly, before I move over to the chatting screen, though, I'm just tired today. I actually had a bit of a day. I burned my finger today, but no, I'm a little bit tired today. But one of the benefits that's going to come with the channel changes once we announce them, and this will be probably in April. You'll see this most, but you'll probably start seeing this most in April. I'll just have more days free throughout the week and on the weekends with the channel change, so I should be able to actually manage more than one stream going forward in the near future. So expect that out of me more often, to have maybe 2, maybe even 3 streams more consistently. That's just something I'll be able to do. So I might start making streams a little bit shorter outside of, the FGO, like, chonker streams that are going to be me up all night. But yeah. Let me move us over to a chatting screen, though. Okay. Now I can move to chatting. I need to figure out the lighting on this setup. I hate that I'm using the couch cam, but a large part of why I use the couch cam, because honestly, if it was easy enough, I would do it at my desk here. Because the desk just has a much better setup camera-wise. The reason why I do the couch cam so much, though, is because, namely, it's so that T.H.E and the Discord can be open. If the couch cam's not set up, I have to do a lot funkier stuff with my audio, or I have to like be this close. You guys kind of saw at the movement of the camera how close I am actually to the TV here at this camera setup. You can see the TV off to the corner there, and like my TV is not a brand new TV. This is a pretty damn old TV. So as I'm getting closer to this TV here, it's actually getting pretty pixelated. So that's why I have to do the couch setup where I'm sitting that direction. I'm going to keep the Discord open in case T.H.E pops back in, but I'm going to assume she just turned in for the night because it's getting late. She did not, however, unless she said it in the gaming chat. I don't think she did, though. Yeah, no, I don't. She didn't. She popped out without warning. Okay. All right. Oh, they have a different weapon rank for each magic? Okay, so I might want to consider spreading. Oh, interesting. So if I were to do a save transfer, it wouldn't matter. Unfortunately, though, because I'm playing on the Switch Virtual Console, I'm not really going to be able to do a save transfer, no matter what I do. So if I wanted to have the Ike Soren A rank ending of Radiant Dawn, I would absolutely have to find someone to give me a completed Path of Radiance save file with A rank Ike and Soren support. And I think it's on hard mode too. You have to do, right? And it's only the same. Okay, so they'll start building up support rankings pretty quickly then. Will be relevant outside of gameplay. Okay, so Soren specializes in wind. Did I see the new mall trailer? Yes, I saw the new mall trailer. It looks fun. I need to see more. Like, I need to actually watch the show. I'm gonna be honest here, because like this could be a really, really well done, like well written Star Wars show, or it could be just a complete fan service fest. And if it's a complete fan service, I'm not gonna be mad. I like fan service, but I'm just not gonna. It's just gonna make a big difference as to how I think about the series. And honestly, if the series like Maul, it could go either direction at this point. It'll be a long while before we do Radiant Dawn, so if you replay Path of Radiance and you have a save file transfer, and you want to send that to us, I know we say don't share like stuff like that in the Discord very much, but I might either be willing to make an exception or I'd be willing to let you DM it to me. If you do that and you want to see me have that stuff on Radiant Dawn. But yeah, like, there's not a lot I can do with Path of Radiance because Nintendo. It's the one thing that the Virtual Console is great for, like if you want to play games online with each other. But unfortunately, when there's compatibility between games, it does not carry that over very well. Yes, I am aware that the Warp staff does not exist in GameCube games. And that's fine. I'm not mad that it's. I don't actually use the warp staff. I know there's like Fire Emblem speedrunners that live and breathe the warp staff. You just warp the broken unit of the game to the boss, and they get a free level up for the map. They also get to end the map immediately. Like that's how you play. That's how you play Fire Emblem, isn't it? But no, I don't ever play like that. I only use the warp staff to get me out of pickles. I am honestly shocked that boy did not die this time. I am shocked. I came that close to a Boyd death. That close. That was almost the first death of the run was Boyd. Honestly, I don't know why. Boy, like, I trust you. I know you're not going to lead me into a fight we can't win. No. I almost got you killed multiple times. So, yeah, no. That was something. That was something. Full map warps. Yeah. I know in Shadow Dragon it's busted as fuck. I think in Echoes it's based off your magic stat, isn't it? Echoes and Gaiden. So the higher your magic stat, the farther it goes. I know one of the games I feel like is based off. I can't remember which one. I think it's Echoes and Gaiden. So I'm nervous because I have a feeling, honestly, if you want my honest opinion, I think our first death is coming. I think next stream, that's probably our first death. We almost had it today. I think next time is the first death. I know we got to be coming up on like a particularly rough map where it's a little bit more than me making a stupid decision that'll get someone killed. Oh, they give a set 3 stat ups. That's interesting. Chapter 8. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's a defend map? Okay. That's actually going to be interesting, because we just lost our Armor Knight, who is very much one of the foundations of the last defend map for me. And we've only... So that means the only, like, no damage tank we have right now is Titania. Because Boyd certainly isn't tanking shit. Oscar can tank a little bit, but he's still pretty squishy. So it'll be interesting to see how that defend map plays out. I don't know. It can range from being piss easy to the devs are trying to kill someone. Oh, is it like... I think, honestly, my memory always goes back to that one Conquest defend map, but around the same point in the game, actually. I think it's like within like 5 chapters of Chapter 8. To raise their low stat growths. Oh, that's fun. Yeah, so I'm nervous about defend maps after chapter something. I think, was it chapter 9 Conquest, maybe? Maybe it's chapter 9 Conquest? It's that port map with Takumi and Conquest. That one, that's one of my favorite maps and one of the ones that I always get stuck on if I'm going for a no-death run. Anything going on channel wise right now, other than the obvious, like the channel changes we've been hinting at. Updates is going as it is. Where the deadline is passed. We haven't technically recorded, so if you slip something in there, we won't know. But let me tell you right now, we are recording this Thursday, so you have like 2 days before there's a chance what your update to your update slide is, or whatever you're putting in gets changed. We're defending the current base. Fun. I think, and then this week, so what goes up this week and what doesn't? I got to go in and fix that K-pop Demon Hunters discussion, apparently. I will get in and do that. I'm glad I don't think the views are that high on that video, so I'm glad it should be fine. But as far as the other video that was supposed to go up this week, I want to say Mortis Stella Septum was set for release this week, but I don't know what Seki's editing bay looks like or how her free time is looking like. So that's up to Seki whether or not that goes up. Next week I've also got Dragon Ball going up. That should be good. And updates is supposed to be towards the end of the month. Again, editing bay, things happen when they happen right now on the channel. As far as when the changes to the channel are supposed to come, that's supposed to be in April. I think, or no. Our side, things start changing in April. Your side, you'll start seeing the changes reflect in May. No, you'll see some of the changes. Sorry, you'll see some of the changes reflected in April. I need to go take a look at that, actually. Yeah. Some things are going to be reflected in April, some might not. I think we need to take a look at how our schedules looked. I think some of the changes will be reflected in April. Some of them won't take effect till May. As far as rolling stream, Mihoyo is coming up on NA. When Mihoyo happens on NA, we are going to do some rolling streams because I do have a good chunk of quartz, and I'll probably do rolling for both banners. I'll probably do NP1 Aoko on stream for a rolling stream, and I'll probably do NP, and I'll be aiming as high as I can go for NP copies for Alice. Well, Dakota, you'll have to wait and see, because we'll probably be doing a stream. It'll be after, so right now it's K-pop Demon Hunters, then it's Dragon Ball. After Dragon Ball, I don't keep these discussion podcasts too close to the chest here. After Dragon Ball is Inuyasha, and after Inuyasha is another fairy tale. After that fairy tale is where the discussions, or where, not the discussions, the changes to the channel are coming. So, roughly speaking, if Dragon Ball is next week and then it follows a normal 2-week pattern, so from 2 weeks from next week, next week being 23rd, so the 6th. The final changes are probably coming sometime late April. We'll probably do a stream on it, or do a talk. We'll talk about it sometime in early April. You might get a talk. I don't know. We have to talk about it. We might talk about updates. We haven't really decided where it's going to be yet, as far as the announcements on all those changes go. As for so yeah, expect Alice and Alco rolling streams again this year. I'll do them for both of them. We're just gonna go for one copy of Alco, so that could be a very short stream. And then Alice, at the end of the Mihoyo event, we'll do a rolling stream for, and that'll be as many copies as I can get. I've also got leftover funds that I can apply for more paid courts if I need to on Alice. I'd like not to, because ideally I'd like to get, if I can hit NP 5 or 6 of Alice relatively quickly, I'd like those extra funds to be saved for CL, who's also getting a rolling stream this year. That's the thing. We're going to have like those rolling streams from 2 years ago. Yeah, we're basically doing those again. I know we didn't have a lot of rolling streams from me last year. I think it was only the Kukulkan rolling stream. And then there was the anniversary where I rolled as well for with 1,000 chords on Olga. So yeah. Here's another thing I did recently. I've recently I've finally finished getting all the emulators and such set up on my Ein Thor. That's really opening us up once Fire Emblem's done, and Fire Emblem will probably be done sometime May or June-ish. Maybe a little earlier, maybe late April, but most likely May or June-ish, just at the rate we're going, I think. And if I can get extra streams in. Once Fire Emblem's done, we're going to have to figure out our next game. I might go to a Pokemon on that one, because Pokemon is my bread and butter. Pokemon's the easiest thing for me to play. But we'll see. But the thing about the Pokemon games, if we do a Pokemon game, I'm probably going to give a vote as to what the next Pokemon game we play is, because I'm in the mood for a few different games. I could do Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I could do Colosseum. I can do Platinum. Really, I'd be willing to do pretty much any one of those three. I might even throw Fire Red up there, just make it an even 4, because I have it, though I don't think there's that much interest in that one. Luck might not be my favorite, so I know I'm terrified of those rolling odds. But yeah, that's... I would like to be back at this desk after Fire Emblem, though. 2 streams for couch setups, fine. I want to be back in the desk next time. Because of how limited the story is? Yeah. Well, Pokemon are fun because they're very gameplay-focused streams. Like, me having to basically kick Seki out of stream because I need to read story out loud for a while. That's just not a thing in Pokemon. I've read all these stories before. These stories are basic. I'm just playing these for the gameplay. And Colosseum is fun for the gameplay because it's all competitive shit. Or not competitive shit, but it's a lot more close to competitive strategy than most Pokemon games. Alternatively, I might do like an off week or something where I fuck around with, say, Uma Musume or Sonic Adventure or something like that, where it's like, yeah, this stream isn't meant to be part of a series. This isn't meant to do shit. I just want to play something and not have to worry about next stream. There was something else I wanted to go over. Something else. Oh, yeah. Extra Record, guys. Extra Record. That sucks. It really sucks we lost Extra Record being published. I have so many theories as to what could have happened, though, because they are very, very... Like, after last delay, where they're like, oh, yeah, it's voice acting is the reason. It's weird that we have nothing this time on what's going on here. I put out a theory in the Discord that maybe... the issue could have been not necessarily voice acting, because voice acting, it sounds like they were doing like when they announced the original release window. But if the game was already almost done, then either... So there's a few options here that people put out. The the first option, and this is like the one people are kind of hoping for, is that Bandai began demanding censorship of Fate Extra, and that led to the game having to, or that led to a fight, which led to Bandai being dropped. I would certainly hope that's the one, because that means that we're getting complete improvement, and it's just a matter of finding a new publisher. But I don't know if I believe that one. Partially because having played the original Fate Extra, this isn't CCC. This isn't a game that was that incredibly spicy. I think they could get away with a little bit, or what's little is in there. It's not that big a deal. Like CCC, you demand censorship. That's like censoring the whole game. I don't even know if it would even clock Bandai's radar, the one scene from Fate Extra that was kind of raunchy. Other issues I was thinking, if we're really late in development, it can only be two things if it wasn't censorship. Well, I guess here's the other one, actually, on the Bandai side. That Bandai is under new management, and with Bandai under new management, they're cleaning house on projects, and Extra Record got the boot. But so close to release, if the game was ready to go and it was coming out in the next few months, I don't think Bandai would remove it from its schedule like that. At that point, actually, you would think printing would already be done. This is why I don't like printing of copies getting ready to ship. This is why I don't think that Bandai is the problem here. Not directly. The two possible things I could see happening is in the quality assurance phase, like as they're looking over the game for bugs, they found something major. They found that they didn't like the state of the game. They want to go in and touch some things up during the quality assurance phase. And Bandai told them, no, this needs to be shipping. We need to be ramping up marketing and getting shipping done on this soon. And Studio BB did not want to budge on the quality because this is their breakout debut game. And so Bandai dropped them, and now they have to further delay the game indefinitely. Option number 2, and this is the one I put out in the Discord, I think it could be related to that voice acting thing. Bandai published tie-in games do not typically get English dubs, to my knowledge, and what I could see online. No, I don't think it's the RAM crisis, because these games were set for last-gen consoles. They were set for PS4 and Switch. Now, it might be Switch 2 at this point, but I don't think RAM's actually affecting Extra Record. It wouldn't. RAM doesn't really affect game development as much as hardware development. And I don't think they're worried about the low sales, like lower adopt rate on the Switch 2, because Switch 2 is selling really well. And there's no new place, and I don't think they're developing for the PS6, and definitely not the Xbox, whatever is next. But I think it could be the voice acting side of things that cause problems too. If it's not quality assurance, it's voice acting. And because Bandai doesn't normally do English dubs, it is very possible that they're looking at Fate Extra Record and they're saying, we want this game to be our big breakout JRPG. We want this one to sell well and put our name on the map as a studio. And if that is the case, if they want this to like bring them in as a seriously considered JRPG developer or video game developer, they might have been throwing around English dubs and trying to negotiate how that would work. And if Bandai does not have the if Bandai is not willing to give them the funding for that, because it sounds like the voice acting is being handled post Bandai being brought on, which might mean that Bandai is bankrolling the voice acting, or was. Then it's possible that they want they wanted to reach out to do an English cast as well, and Bandai wasn't having it. It could also be localization things. I don't know. I have a feeling the problems, though, are probably something... it's either a direct problem with Extra Records development, or it's a problem that arose because of a choice made by Studio BB. Either way, it sucks. It really fucking sucks. Yeah. If it was, that's the funny thing. So that would come down to Bandai, I'm pretty sure. Because what would be going on here if that were the case, not wanting to work on... Yeah, because if it did come out to localization or voice actor like rights issues and union stuff, I would have to look at Bandai's record on that on the games they publish, maybe first like from their own development houses, to see if they work with union voice actors. But I do know that a lot of Fate English VAs are unionized, and that's why we had issues like the Star Rail collab. But I don't know. I don't know that that would be as high a priority for the Japanese development side of things. They would just delay the. Bandai just wouldn't publish it in the States if that were an issue, I think. Maybe that could have been a breakdown in negotiations. Yeah, that's what I mean when he was talking about the voice acting being done late last year. Maybe that was it. If it was already being recorded, if the main voice actors already recorded their script, but they wanted to have full voice acting, and Bamco maybe wasn't willing to fund that, or maybe they were looking at the expenditure cost and deciding against it. That also could be it too, if they wanted a Switch 2 port and Bandai wasn't budging. I actually could see that if they wanted to have Switch 2 a Switch 2 version of the game. Because maybe that would have caused them to have require a little extra dev time to fine-tune things, and Bandai didn't want to give them that. I guess the real question now is, with Bandai gone, are there any other developers, like third-party developers, that tend to publish these, that like to publish anime tie-ins? Because Bandai holds such a monopoly on anime tie-ins. Honestly, I'm happy to see Fate break away from Bandai, but I do wonder what their other options are right now, because it's not like a lot of other publishers jump at the bit to publish other anime tie-in games that aren't developed by them. I really hope that they don't walk to Marvelous and Xseed again. Not after Extella Link. God, no, I don't want Marvelous or Xseed back. But this is entirely selfish, by the way. I'm sure Marvelous and Xseed are fine for the average person. But if Marvelous and Xseed publish it again, there is a high risk that they do not allow gameplay online. That they like, oh no, our stories are blocked off limits. You're not playing the story on streams and on video recordings. That would piss me off. That would piss me off. And I after Marvelous and Xseed, I'm pretty done with Marvelous and Xseed after Extella Link. But I could see it. They did publish the original Fate Extra. I'm trying to think. Are there any? Because like none of the big developers tend to do anime tie-in games anymore. None of the big ones do. Koei? Does Koei does anime tie-ins of their own development, but does Koei do a lot of like licensed tie-in? Like another company develops the game and then licenses it to Koei to publish? I don't know that I've heard about that as often, but I could be wrong there. As much as I would be fine with Koei, outside of the fact that Koei really dropped the ball in the Samurai Remnant Collector's Edition book. No. PlayStation Studios wouldn't develop that. PlayStation Studios is very picky, actually, about what games they publish. And I know Nasu in particular, his relationships with PlayStation Studios is already kind of strained after the Tsukihime censorship debacle. Oh, God. Microsoft publishing it? I don't think Microsoft would bite. Microsoft is going through way too many upper management changes right now, for one, to be taking gambles on Japanese development right now. And two, Microsoft doesn't exactly know how to work with Japanese development very well. As shown multiple times, the biggest Japanese deal they get is that it's crazy that Microsoft's biggest Japanese development in right now is the fact that they get exclusive marketing rights on Persona. Yeah, Sega would be... I think I could see a Sega publishing. If they did the Demon Slayer games, I could see a Sega publishing. Sega has done that kind of publishing before. They're not unfamiliar with it. They are not unfamiliar with it. So I could kind of see Sega being the ones to do that. I would wonder if Sega might be wary, though, because Fate Extra is an old school Persona clone. I wonder if they'd be worried about publishing effectively competition. Though I don't know what they would be, to be honest. I wonder about it, but I don't know what they would be. Falcom. Then there's Strange Fate. That's sort of the last ongoing Fate thing right now. I don't have a lot to say on Strange Fate, honestly. I am happy with the last episode of Strange Fate. The last episode of Strange Fate, though, was the first one of a volume I hadn't read yet. They made Sakura Wars in 2020. Funny. They do have fairly different audiences, but Fate Extra was, as a game, trying to target sort of that JRPG Persona style. I don't think it would matter much, by the way. But I agree with you. I don't think it would matter much. But I do wonder if, to a board that might at least come up. Oh yeah, Strange Fake. Yeah, no, that was the first episode of anything that I hadn't read the source material of yet, so they could have cut out a billion things on the last one I wouldn't know. But from what I understand, last episode people were pretty happy with. There was only a little minor thing cut out. And I gotta say, the discourse that's going on around the cuts on the anime, it's moving to a spot right now that I almost feel is kind of reductive. Just a bit. We've gone from, oh, they cut out this part, I wonder how they're going to handle this, to, oh, this volume was horrendously cut down, this maybe could have been 2 or 3 episodes, sucks that they've removed this, to, oh my god, this is worse than what Ufotable did to Heaven's Feel, and all of these changes that they've taken out are super duper important to the story, when, with an adaptation, inevitably, there's always going to be cuts. And freaking out about these individual cuts that the average viewer won't notice unless you're already in deep, having read the original source material. I think it's getting to be very... We're getting to the point where the standard is that no anime adaptation is ever going to be good as far as the discourse is concerned. I think it's interesting to see play out. Because honestly, you want my biggest, what the fuck is wrong with the biggest, I don't want to say blackpilling, but blackpilling moment as far as this discourse goes was the previous episode, the fight episode. It did adapt everything into one episode, but this discourse around the cuts to these character backstories and such have been going on for a while, but the only time it ever became a problem, to the point where people were really actually up in arms over it, is the action episode. And to me, that does speak a bit volumes as to how people are approaching the story a bit, because action, especially with how much action there is in Strange Fate, because as far as the actual interactions go, the interactions were largely not affected much. None of these fights end with anyone dead unless you're a certain golden boy. And honestly, yes, it is unfortunate we missed out on about 2 or 3 episodes worth of fights, but fights are some of the easiest things to trim down when you're trying to create brevity and work with pacing a little bit better for the animated format. And it's not like what they did anime wasn't stunning in its own right. That's why people were so impressed until people informed everyone that it was basically adapting a full volume into one episode. It's interesting. It's interesting to me that the action scene is what was the straw that broke the camel's back of all things. There are things that are being reorganized. It seems like Tsubaki's backstory is being reorganized because and I think there's a pretty smart change to move Tsubaki's the bulk of Tsubaki's backstory to when she's actually relevant to the plot, as opposed to putting it at the beginning just for her to be missing for pretty much most of the season and then to come back into play at the very end. I think that was smart, actually. There are things that I'm not a fan that they changed. Like Ayaka, I don't know what they're doing with the Ayaka plot twist very well. Like the because I know about the Ayaka plot twist. I have to be informed for Seki Reacts and stuff like that. So you all don't understand the level of pre-spoiled I tend to go into these things with. But Ayaka's backstory to me is one of those things that's suffering under the adaptation's weight. And a part of that is that they really had to speed through the Hollow Ataraxia fan service scene, and there's not a lot you can really do to really point and show bright signs that you're supposed to think Ayaka is person A from that story. But I think for the average person, it's very confusing. And this does feel like one of those parts where it's like, if you're the average person, you aren't really processing what you're seeing here. And that I don't want to spoil it too much because this is getting into like Volume 9 Strange Fake stuff, but it does have unintended consequences that kind of unintentionally lead you to a conclusion early. No, Tacos. The Ayaka plot twist, like there's a second Ayaka plot twist. There's the Ayaka plot twist, and then there's the twist on the plot twist much later on. King of Frauds, yeah. They could keep some I assume you're trying to go subtleties and not subtitles. Like Richard and Gil's fight, Richard looked visibly stressed and sweating to show he's scared out of his mind. It would be nice to keep some of that. Because there's some things that were cool from those scenes that were cut. But at the end of the day, like, everything that I remember and everything I'm seeing pointed out online, none of that really changes the story dramatically. This isn't like the exaggeration here. It's not like, oh, the light novel did something like handled this scene in this way, which helped accentuate this point better. No, these scenes are fun. They're fundamentally ruining Strange Fake because they're doing Ufotable levels of butchering to this, and I don't agree because Ufotable, and I like Heaven's Feel, the Ufotable adaptation. But Ufotable had to basically change the story altogether to make that work. Like, the themes of the story of Ufotable are not quite the same. The way they present Sakura's character arc in Heaven's Feel, not the same. The Shiro's character journey in Heaven's Feel adaptation, not the same. Because they really had to rework a lot of that for the movie format. I don't think they're really changing the story on any fundamental levels in Strange Fake. It's more about the presentation that they're changing here. And then there's obviously the backstory stuff. That's actually the biggest thing that I think is being changed with Strange Fake here. It's the fan service that's largely being trimmed out on Strange Fake. A lot of the fan service is either being very skimmed over or reworked into much briefer sections. Like, I think we did finally get the Alexander Dumas character reveal formally in the big action episode last time. That was revealed much earlier on, but it was also part of a bit of a string of fan service because Dumas connected to Dante, connected to discussing Dantes' connections with Roa, if I remember right, to talk about vampires. But, like, a lot of that is so unnecessary to the average person. So I see why if they're trying to make this less of a fan service fest and present it more at the core story, I see why that got cut. Now, I will say, that might say a little bit about Strange Fake, that these are the changes people are noticing, and that the fact that the fight scenes feel like the most impactful cuts. But I think I talked about this in the Discord. I need to reread Strange Fake for that. I need to reread it. I need to read other Naruto works to really figure out like what kinds of things he's writing, like how he's writing these same types of scenes normally when it's not in a very fan servicey context, to see if maybe this is just how he's going about it and they weren't meant to be straight fan service but more characterization. But it's a little hard to grab for me right now to form that full thesis. If they, at the very least, Ayaka being revealed to not be Ayaka here was fine. Yeah, that was done way earlier in the light novel. I want to say like that, and I assume that's what you're talking about, the plot twist. Like that, like the fact that Ayaka is not actually Ayaka Seijo. They are two different people, which is supposed to be sort of the kickoff into the mystery. Because originally you go into Ayaka in the light novel, you go into Ayaka, you are this Ayaka is being hinted at to be person A from the from Holodoroxia, and you get into this like, oh, she's person A. Ayaka Seijo from Fate Prototype was person A. That's a cool bit of fan service. And then you find out early on that Ayaka Seijo isn't Ayaka Seijo, and something's going on here, but there's a billion different possible things that could be happening. Especially because we know Ayaka talked to an Einsburn early in the story, and Einsburns have that power of hypnotic suggestion, and they have other shit they could be doing. But unfortunately, a lot of that's kind of getting skipped over with the anime because a lot of Ayaka's flashbacks are being sort of a trauma flash to the audience, which that's kind of what happens in the light novel too. But in the light novel, because you're given words, you're given more time to sit on it. In the anime, these are like brief flashes that to the average viewer, they're like, oh my god, that's Kirei Kotomine. Is that Kid Gilgamesh? If they know that character at all. Or that's the Einsburn Castle. What's going on? What's going on? But you don't really get that sense of, oh no, Ayaka interacted with these people and something is really off. And the actual reveal about what's going on with the mystery of Ayaka doesn't happen until very late in the series. But unfortunately, the way things are being presented now, just from how I'm watching it, I actually think the average person is going to jump the gun to the answers to that mystery way before they'll ever even consider the idea of person A from Holodoroxia. And they were never going to think about Ayaka Seijo from Fate Prototype, because Ayaka Seijo from Fate Prototype is not something on anyone's radar that isn't deep into Fate. Yeah, that's the thing, Tacos. It's not that they spoiled that Ayaka Seijo isn't Ayaka Seijo, or that Ayaka Seijo is person A. Those two things were established early enough on that you're supposed to be waiting on the mystery for a while, but they really, and I don't think they intentionally skipped over this. I think it's just a matter of they didn't take enough care to make sure that really worked out for the medium it was adapted to. I don't think the Ayaka Seijo reveal was ever going to be truly satisfying in the way it was originally presented, but the person A thing could have been handled a lot better. Like, genuinely, the person A thing could have been handled a hell of a lot better than it was. Yeah, they'll probably go more into Ayaka in Volume 8 and 9's adaptation. And I'm sure, because I haven't read Volume 8 and 9 myself yet, so I don't know how they handle the reveal there, honestly. But, like, I genuinely feel like if they wanted to get us into the idea that Ayaka, like, who Ayaka is, or the person A thing, they needed to spend more time on that person A story, and like, it needed to be like this weird moment in Strange Fate where you basically got like the Holodoroxia treatment of that story, because getting the abridged Strange Fate treatment was not working, and they gave us an abridged version of that even, which is crazy because Ayaka is one of the main characters, and that is her sort of supposed backstory is person A. And for an audience that is not expected to have read Holodoroxia, not expected to have read Prototype fragments and Prototype, or seen the Prototype OVA, no audience is going to be able to connect those things very well. I think if you go to any of like the blind anime only reactors online, I don't think a single one of them remembered that ghost story, like the tiny ghost story at the beginning of that one episode. For me, that is the most egregious cut so far. Or most egregious part of the adaptation storytelling. I can also say maybe I would have liked to see more scenes between Sigma and Assassin. I feel like their dynamic at this point in the light novel was a little bit more fleshed out, but I don't think the fight changes that much, the standalone fight. I think a lot of that is they didn't stick around in that mansion as long as they would have in the light novel. Yeah, it is time and budget. But again, these aren't the things I'm seeing people talk about. They're not... I don't see them talking about that. I see them talking about, oh no, we didn't see Dantes and Dumas's backstory. We didn't see... he didn't talk about the dead apostles in his backstory. The fight scenes were a lot shorter than they were in the light novel. And to me, it's like, this stuff is unfortunate as a Fate fan, but it doesn't really matter to the storytelling. So yeah, that's kind of my hot take on the current Strange Fate cuts right now. Yeah. So I'll drop this here because I'm probably hitting the end of the stream now. The Saturday. There will be a stream on Saturday. I'm not sure what yet. Vorn, Seki, and I are in early talks. And Rome. It might be the full club there. We're in early talks to do a bigger build stream. Because I do have another set I can build. Vorn has some sets from his birthday he can now build. Seki has a set she can build. And supposedly Realm can do something. So we'll be having a stream potentially on Saturday. If we aren't doing the build stream and Seki doesn't want to take it over with an extra FGO stream, because I know she's a little behind on those from where she wanted to be, I'll probably come in and do more Fire Emblem Saturday. Otherwise, I do want to do more Saturday streams as a whole if I can. Yeah, Type Moon fans are weird. They are weird about adaptations. I genuinely think they are weird about adaptations. I don't think... Honestly, if you want a reviewer of the adaptations, never listen to the general Type Moon fan base. Because the general Type Moon fan base are never going to be able to productively discuss the changes as to how they did or didn't positively or negatively affect the story. It always feels like it's very, very surface level stuff. That said, I will grant them the Heaven's Feel movie stuff, because having read Heaven's Feel, it did fundamentally change the story, but I think the average Type Moon fan that talks about it, the average Type Moon fan online, like a lot of the content creators are actually fine about it, but the terminally online Type Moon fan, their attitudes towards Heaven's Feel don't ever feel like they're examining the work as presented. They feel like they're examining the work for what it lost from the original, which I understand that mentality. It's the same mentality of, in my opinion, it's an extension of the mentality. That's why I really don't like this mentality of the anime is supposed to complement the source, it's supposed to be a complement to the source. I'm not coming at this from I think it should replace the source material, because they're two distinct pieces of content. At the end of the day, I want to be able to consume both of them and get different things out of them, taking advantage of their individual mediums. With the movie, I want to be able to take advantage of the movie pacing. They should be taking advantage of the movie pacing, the cinematography you get out of a film, the storytelling opportunities available in a full motion visual medium. And animation brings even more opportunities over live action. In visual novel format, I think Heaven's Feel takes advantage of the format as well as any visual novel I've read to this point. So you need to take these things as works their own. But when I say as works their own, I mean you need to be able to examine them within their own medium, not in comparison to works from other mediums. Yes, actually, that is my problem with the Heaven's Feel the Heaven's Feel trilogy. That is, like, if I have like an actual substantial criticism of the Heaven's Feel trilogy, separated from anything it does differently, like separated from any comparison to visual novel, because those are just outside to advertise the visual novel, they're pretty unproductive. My problem with the Heaven's Feel movie trilogy is that it's not watchable Like, you can watch UBW without having experienced anything. Now, I don't always recommend it, but it does work as a work on its own. The Heaven's Feel trilogy very clearly expects you to have a foundation in other Fate works, and I think it doesn't balance that very well. Yeah, the slice of life scenes with Shiro and Taiga. Or play Lego Star Wars. I don't know if Realm's ever played a Lego Star Wars game. I've never asked him about that. I'm the bigger Star Wars fan between both Realm and I. Realm dabbles in some EU stuff. Like, he loves some of the Old Republic stuff, but I don't think Realm has ever actually played a Lego Star Wars game. But no, I think Realm would probably be helping Vorn with his build, or handling a second build Vorn has or something, because Vorn's got a couple builds. Exactly, Takos. Lord of the Rings movie trilogy. That's actually a good comparison, too, as far as, like... Because the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and this is why I think the Lord of the Rings trilogy puts to bed a lot of the conversations that happen as, like, your weekly Type Moon discourse. It's like a counterexample to the Watch Order debates, because Lord of the Rings is not the first work that author put out, and yet it's the first work experienced by the majority of fans. The adaptation debate, it cut so much shit out that the estate was pretty upset with it. But the fact of the matter is that it was never going to be able to adapt Lord of the Rings page for page. And if you try to adapt the Sacking of the Shire to film, you suddenly have a film that doesn't work as a film. So it's a good counterexample, because no one would ever in the modern day say Lord of the Rings films are terrible. They would never even say they're bad. Like, you might have some book fans that say they're not as good as the books, but you'll never have them say, "Oh yeah, Lord of the Rings films are terrible films," even if I prefer the books. They'll say the Lord of the Rings films don't. They'll still be able to talk about the Lord of the Rings films as films. I don't always feel that way about the Type Moon fan base talking about Heaven's Feel. If Huala ever gets added to FGO, you get upset Gillen and Kidu aren't involved in whatever story chapter there's. If Huala ever gets added to FGO, 100% Gillen and Kidu are going to be there, as will Ishtar. Pretty much anyone Babylonian connected is going to be there. But yeah. I don't know. Lord of the Rings is like my go-to example whenever I'm like, yeah, no, this discourse is stupid. Let people enjoy shit. Or, yeah. Because Lord of the Rings, and like, there's another thing I talk about Lord of the Rings with. Whenever there's a Type Moon work that people are like, this is unadaptable. You could never adapt this. You know what was unadaptable, like always said to be an unadaptable movie? Lord of the Rings. People kept saying Lord of the Rings is a work that can never be adapted to film for years, and it was proven true with some terrible adaptations, but they still managed to put out one of the best film trilogies of all time. What makes something unadaptable is a sense of rigidity. You can adapt something that wasn't designed at all for that medium. It's just, if it's not designed at all for that medium, if it's not got the pacing that fits that medium, you then have to actually think about changing the medium, changing the story for that medium to work even more separately than just being a straight adaptation. Most Marvel movies are not particularly good adaptations as far as accuracy to the comics that they're based on. Does that make every Marvel movie terrible? No. There are some pretty good Marvel movies. Like Spider-Man 2, greatest Marvel movie of all time to a lot of people, it does not accurately adapt any comic, I'm pretty sure. It merges things. It restructures things. If you need to do that to make a story work, do it. I think largely keeping yourself so rigid to the source material when that source material is not directly adaptable is how you basically write yourself, like you put yourself in a box, and you're losing out on the ability to bring those ideas or tell a version of that story in another medium to a new audience. Huge reveal later on, like Huawa just screams out a verbal word unexpectedly. That could be interesting. I'll be curious to see what they do with Huawa, because yeah, they did cut out Huawa's words. Or Huawa's dialogue. I don't know. I need to do this. So one thing we're throwing around right now, Seki and I. This is separate from the channel restructuring. This is just Seki and I wanting to evolve tea time chats a little bit more. We're thinking about, outside of just our usual news topics, coming to every tea time chat with like a specific just discussion topic. If you're like a long time with the channel, you might remember Talk no Jutsu, like that random. It's sort of the precursor to tea time chats where Seki and I just sit and talk about a subject. We come prepared to talk about a subject. I kind of want to. We're talking about bringing in a segment like that into tea time chats, where it's basically a little mini Talk no Jutsu section into tea, like that. We come in fully prepared with notes and such on a specific topic, and we both go back and forth on it live. And adaptations are one of the things I want to go over, because you want to know something funny about all this talk about the Strange Fake adaptation. I'm seeing a lot of these exact same conversations happening about the One Piece live action adaptation that Seki and I are currently watching since it just came out. So, and I think it's fascinating to see how that's going on. Some people call Umineko unacceptable because of bad anime adaptation, along with things that should seemingly work only in visuals. Meanwhile, it's having a wildly successful stage play adaptation. Yeah. Now, okay, you want to know... I actually want to talk about this because it's on the topic of adaptations, and this is like... fuck. So, I hate the ending of Oshinoko. The particular arc I'm about to talk about is the arc that made me fall off both the anime and, for a while, the manga. Is it the 360-degree play arc? Is that what it was called? It's the arc where they're doing like the stage adaptation of I think it was a manga, and the mangaka is like the mangaka is nervous as all hell because they don't think that the stage adaptation can do justice to their work or something. It's been a hot minute, and like at a certain point, someone involved brings the mangaka to a stage play and shows how different the tools working with the stage are, and how part of it, the adaptation process, is taking advantage of those tools. To me, that is actually a very, very, very strong commentary on the adaptation process, and holds true for pretty much any medium you're adapting something to. It is so good, I just wish it wasn't sandwiched into an arc that I genuinely cannot sit through. Alright, well, I think I gotta get going here. It's 10 o'clock at night. I am sorry I didn't get one more chapter. I wanted to get one more. I wanted to do a solid 3 maps, but we'll try to be back sooner rather than later. I'll try to make this more consistent than, say, Persona 3 Reload and some of our previous stream series was. Ideally, I'd like to up to it. Think about it as 1.5 streams a week. For every week I'm not streaming twice, I'll stream twice the next week kind of deal. But we'll see how that works out, especially as we get into April. April will kind of be the start of when that schedule could potentially work out. So we'll see. All right, well, I'll see you guys around. Have a good one. Tacos, you weren't quite too late. The next Strange Fake servant to come to Seki Rex hasn't been decided yet because I've been purposely keeping them off the schedule while we work out the whether or not there's going to be a collab. Since we've been edged on a collab for about a year and a half now, that's why they're not on the schedule right now. Bye.